it's Tracy from Two Rocks Tarot, and today I've got a little bit of a walkthrough on this absolutely beautiful deck, How to Be a Wildflower deck by Katie Daisy. Now I have actually got the Wild Offering oracles, so as you can see they are, you know, the artwork is by Katie Daisy on this one, and I absolutely love it. And but this one, please don't watch Boho Tarot, because, you know, she's such an influencer when it comes to buying decks. I saw this on, I think I saw this on the Thursday. I watched her do September, I think it was, favourites or whatever. And I saw this deck and I just fell in love with it. I thought it was beautiful, and I've got some different ideas on how to use it. But let's take a look at it. It comes in the most beautiful linen finish box. It's one of those drawer type you know, boxes. It's absolutely gorgeous, and on the back it says to awaken your sense of wonder with this deck from beloved illustrator Katie Daisy. Each of the 78 cards has a symbol on one side and an inspirational phrase on the other. Bursting with florals, fruits and wildlife, this deck will provide you with insight on everything from savouring the moment to believing in yourself. Choose the image that calls out to you, or let the universe choose for you. Whichever card you select will guide you throughout the day. So apparently Katie Daisy lives and works in a quiet cabin in Bend, Oregon, and she's also the author of the New York Times best-selling book How to Be a Wildflower, also available from Chronicle Books. So this is, just trying to, oh, I can't read, that's really tiny, right? I want to see where it's published, but I can't. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Let's look at the cards. So as I said, it's got the box, so it's really, really nice. It's simple as to open up the box, and it's a gorgeous bright pink in there. And that's, you know, what it looks like presented in there. So that's at the images. Now I'm not going to read every single quote because it's just going to take too long, because there are 78 cards in here. It comes with a little on how to use this deck. So it says on here, when I was a child, my summer days seemed endless and full of wonder. Wild daisies lined the fence posts, red-winged blackbirds sang songs to the meadow, and tiny toads hid in the tall grass. As the sun set, the yard became dappled with fireflies, the sky dazzled with the brightest of constellations, and the distant coyote howl became a lullaby to it all. The magic of summers past is woven into my soul. However, now that I'm older, my ability to see beauty in simple things takes more effort. The daily responsibilities of life make it easy to lose touch with that wild beauty of childhood. I've created a tool to help conjure that lost enchantment of the natural world. You hold in your hands a deck of 78 wild things and special objects. On the back of each card is a sentiment or quotation that will invite you to develop a keener sense of wonder and harmony with these symbols. There are multiple ways to use this deck. I recommend finding a quiet spot in nature, perhaps under a tree or beside a creek. Spread all the cards out on a cloth or blanket, object side up. Take a few deep breaths and choose whichever image calls to you in the moment. Is it a bee, a storm, a wildflower? You can also close your eyes, shuffle the deck in your hands and pick a card at random. On the reverse side will be a short bit of wisdom to guide you through your day. When you have chosen a card, ponder the meaning it has for you. Journal or meditate on how you can apply the object's insight to your life. Once you have received the message from the card, you can return it to the deck or prop it up on your mirror or altar. Nature is an endless well of beauty and inspiration. So this deck will speak new lessons to you each time it is used. My wish is that you always take time to wander slowly through life, gather fleeting moments of beauty, and savour the sweetness of the simple things all around us. With love, adventure and wildflowers, Katie Daisy. So I think it's quite lovely, isn't it? But it's such a beautiful deck. I just love it. That's on the inside. Oh, no, it's not, sorry. That was one of the cards. So that's the inside. Gosh, I can't speak today. And yeah, there's all the beautiful flowers. Her artwork is absolutely delicious. It's just absolutely gorgeous. So let's get to it. So what I'll do is I'll just put them to one side and turn them over, and you can either read the quotes. Some of them I'll probably read. So yeah, so we got save a lot. Just make sure that's all in the nice and central in there. Okay. I love this one with the mushroom. I don't know what it is about mushrooms. I love mushrooms. So yeah, it's just beautiful, isn't it? And I think these are going to ponder. I think these are going to go well with, funny enough, with Norman cards. And I think with my soul card readings, I'll be using these as well. I think they're absolutely gorgeous. They're just different. I like the quotes. I actually like the quotes better than the Wild Offering Oracle, because the Wild Offering Oracle is, you know, that they were the backs of the Wild Offering, and then they've got a lot of quotes. But in this one, it's got a fair bit of like, you know, please dear God in it. So I mean, I just changed it to Goddess, but that can be a little bit off-putting. I mean, I still like this deck. I've used this a lot as well. But I have to say, I do like the quotes better on this because they're not overly religious. So, oh, it's perfect for a sunflower, isn't it? Rise with the sun. It's a really beautiful deck. I just love it. As you can see, the cards are huge. Here, I've got just a normal sized tarot deck right next to me. And have a look at the difference. They're really, really big and narrow, but I don't know, they're just beautiful. I just love them. And the surprising thing about this deck is I brought this on a Thursday. So I watched the video and I brought the deck, and I actually got it on Friday. And it's the first time in my life I have ever received a deck the next day when I've brought it. And this is Amazon, and this is because I live in Two Rocks, and Two Rocks is not what you'd class like I mean, it's a suburb, but it's out in the far north that you can get sort of suburb. So, oops, what? The whale is look within. This is the beautiful moths. Seek the light. So as you can see, there's simple, sweet, beautiful little sayings on there. There's nothing, you know, create something beautiful. There's nothing religious about it, which I just like. I just think it's beautiful, you know. I love that one, let your heart be your compass. I don't know how many times I tell people when I do my readings, follow them to follow your heart, and it's so, so true. Beautiful snake. The colours are gorgeous. The cardstock, I forgot to even mention it, is lovely. It's a matte finish. It's very, very soft, almost like butter. I haven't actually shuffled it yet, believe it or not. I just wanted to do the walkthrough. I'll give it a little bit of shuffle, but I'm pretty sure it's going to shuffle. It kind of reminds me a little bit of the Hush Tarot type of a feeling to it. It's just beautiful. Really, really nice. So, I mean, this is a proverb. So, gracious words are a honeycomb, sweet to the soul and healing to the bones. And anybody who knows who said something kind to somebody, you know, you can see when you say something nice to someone how their actual face lights up. It's just really nice. I do apologise if you can hear dogs and beeping in the background. They're actually, because we live in a new estate, even though we've been here 5 years, well, across the road and behind the houses across the road from me is just all vacant, and they've been bulldozing it. They're all going to start to develop it now. So constant beeping all day, you hear. So I don't even open the front door anymore, and people with bored dogs that don't bother walking them. So sorry if you can hear that. Isn't it just exquisite, the art? I absolutely love it. Little fireflies. It's a bit of a mouthful. Fireflies in the morning. Shine your brilliant light. It's just beautiful. How lovely the silence of growing things. Chase the sunset. Oops, I think that one's 2 there. Yep. Stay wild. This one was a beautiful mountain. Kind of interesting if you use that. Because, you know, the mountain can often indicate struggles in Lenormand, but also about being strong. And here the actual quote is, we need the tonic of wildness. And sometimes you just have to let things go wild, don't you? I like this one too. My soul is awakened, my spirit is soaring, and carried aloft on the wings of the breeze, by Anne Bronte. Beautiful butterfly again. You were born with wings. So as you can see, you know, like both sides of the card are beautiful, aren't they? They're just, I do love her artwork. I truly, truly do. I'm gonna actually Google the book on this and see what it's all about. The octopus. My husband's got an orange octopus tattooed on one of his arms because I love octopuses, so he got an octopus tattooed on there for me. Been eating a lot of blueberries actually lately. They're in season over here in Australia, so they've been quite cheap. You know, sometimes they're as much as $6, but I think I got them for $1.50 or something like that. So I've been eating a fair bit of blueberries. I'm trying to eat, you know, get my body, build it back up. It is the sweet, simple things of life, which are the real ones after all. Laurel Ingalls Wilder. But maybe it's stuck on there. Beautiful roses. I like, it will never rain roses. When we want to have more roses, we must plant more roses. It makes sense, doesn't it? And this is so good. The art of being happy lies in the power of extracting happiness from common things. And I think that's true, you know. I know a lot of people, you know, try and chase happiness through buying things or, you know, being influenced by someone on social media or something like that because they look happy, so they, you know, you think it'll make you happy, but really it's not. It's just simple things. I can't tell you how much pleasure I got after my first walk that I was able to do when I started to recover from my cancer. I absolutely loved it. It was just so good to be able to take a walk. And I love this one too. Forget not that the earth delights to feel your bare feet and the winds long to play with your hair. Well, they'd be having a little bit of trouble trying to play with my hair at the moment. It's getting there. It's getting there. Getting a lot thicker. But yeah, taking a while. Lucky I've always had short hair because it doesn't bother me as much as other women does. I used to see when I used to go for my radiation or my, you know, my chemo, it used to really affect some women losing their hair. And because I've always had short hair, it didn't really bother me as much, you know. It was as soon as it started to fall out, and it's very painful. The reason why we shave our heads when you're going through chemo is because it feels like you've got bloody 4th degree burns on your head. Just like touching your head lightly is excruciating, and that's why all the nurses say to shave it actually before it starts falling out, and it's so true. Even to wear a scarf on your head was painful, so I shaved it off as soon as I could. But I noticed a lot of women, really, that was one of the most difficult things for them, is losing their hair. But do you know what? I didn't really care. I really got sick of wearing scarves. Even when I was bald, a lot of the times I didn't wear it. I just used to go to my treatment like that. And I noticed some women who I've never seen without their scarves on their head. I noticed them looking at me, and then, you know, next time I saw them, they wouldn't be having one either. And I think I'm hoping that I influence them that, you know, it's okay to be bald. It's a sign that we're fighting for our life, isn't it? It's nothing to be ashamed of, you know. It really, really isn't. All things grow with love. Beautiful bear. Aren't they gorgeous? It's so nice. I long for salt air in my hair. Lots of salt air. I live by the beach. I love this one, a little turtle, a little sweet little face. Smile, breathe, and go slowly. Yeah. Crystal there. You're a rare find with all the different crystals on the other side. Got some tiger's eye, obsidian, rose quartz, opal, amethyst, citrine. Oh, I love that nature always wears the colours of the spirit. Isn't it beautiful? It's such a nice deck. Gosh, sorry, it's my fingers. Hey, my fingers are still numb. They're getting better, but they're still a bit numb from the chemo. It's mostly at the end of the night they seem to really stuff up, particularly in my left hand, the one that I have to wear my glove all the time. But I saw my therapist yesterday, and she's absolutely thrilled with how much my arm has gone down with my lymphedema. So It's all good. I've just got to wear it for a long time. I don't have to see her for another 3 months now, which is great. I love the little watering can, flowers. Plant so that your own heart will grow. How appropriate is that? Full of grace. Beautiful fox. That's that one stuck. Stay curious. That was that one there. Frog there. In all things of nature, there is something of the marvelous. Aristotle. Pushbike. Adventure awaits. That's the only one that's actually only card that's sort of, you know, on the side. All of them are, you know, like this. Oh dear. There we go. Beautiful bat. Embrace the dark. Delight in small treasures. Books. I think we're coming up to, this is the card that actually, I didn't actually see it in Boho's walkthrough, but you know how they say that you get attracted to, you know, a card, and this is the one that attracted to me, and the saying was quite good. Raise your words, not voice. It is rain that grows flowers, not thunder. Isn't that absolutely superb? Absolutely beautiful. And the beautiful fire. Oh my gosh, I have to pick these ones up because my fingers aren't working. Follow the spark. Some nice little backpack there. And the beautiful owl that I thought was the box. Always seek mystery. So there you go. That is the beautiful How to Be a Wildflower deck. I've been finding I've been really attracted to these types of decks since I've been sick, which is not really like me, but I've got lots of ideas on how. So actually, yeah, I thought it would shuffle. It shuffles nicely because it's a lot in there. It's thick cardstock. It's a little bit awkward for me to shuffle under the camera thing here. So they kind of clump a little bit together. But I reckon I don't riffle shuffle, so I don't know how it would go. Might be a little bit hard. Let's see if we get a message. I'm just going to shuffle off camera because my back is killing me. And I'll pick a card. Let's have a message for all of us, a collective message, something we can take away with us. Let's have a look. I actually got two cards that popped up. And the two cards, oh, look at these two. And you always seek mystery. And if one truly loves nature, one finds beauty everywhere, by Vincent van Gogh. And that is true, isn't it? Absolutely true. Yeah. So that's it. How to Be a Wildflower deck. Isn't it gorgeous? I really, really love it. Yes, I've got, like I said, I've got lots of different ways I think I can work with these ones. Once I found out they had images on one side and a quote on the other, and she didn't actually do, I was just flicking through them and I thought, wow, this is really, really good. So yeah, I think I'll really enjoy using this deck. And until next time, this is Tracy.